Picture this. Imagine there is a teacher in front of a class of young children, and she says, now instead of this afternoon's curriculum, we're going to spend all afternoon playing with Play-Doh. And all of the children think this is the best idea in the world. Yeah, this is amazing. We don't have to do that. We can play all afternoon, except for the one student who has a sensory aversion to Play-Doh. Doesn't like to look at it, doesn't like to touch it, doesn't like to smell it. Just no thank you for the Play-Doh. How easy is it for you to understand how that child might feel? Let me help you to understand. So pretend that you are the classroom, and I'm standing up here in front of you today. And good news, children, for the rest of the afternoon, we're going to be playing with live cockroaches. Yeah! I've got a huge bucket here, and all you need to do is dig your arms in, get out some. They're going to be in your hair and on your skin and in your clothes, and it's going to be a bit messy, but kids love messy stuff, right? Now, look around the room and imagine that everyone else in the room, except you, thinks that all their Christmases have come at once. And that they will not understand why you could possibly think differently. And when you say no thank you, that will not be heard. That's not a fun situation to be put in every day if you're a 6-year-old. To either choose something that you find really difficult and even disgusting. I personally have a sensory aversion to cockroaches. I just don't particularly like them crawling on my skin. But that happens to be a common sensory aversion, so it's okay. But an uncommon sensory aversion, such as touching Play-Doh or something else, is much harder to deal with, and we call that autistic behaviour, whereas having a sensory aversion that everyone has is normal behaviour. Okay, so when I say understanding autistic behaviour, I'm not talking about some kind of objective, theoretical, intellectual understanding of behaviour. I'm talking about a really intuitive gut feel that makes sense and I get it kind of understanding. Have you ever noticed that people on the spectrum seem to have a sixth sense for understanding other autistic people? That's because we can put ourselves in that situation and personally empathise with the experience so that we and then understand where the behaviour might be coming from. So that's what we're looking to do today. So we'll go through briefly why empathy is important in that process, look at stress and anxiety, motivation and energy, and then finally have some more examples around sensory issues.